Now, high definition from the station on your side. This is WAVY News Online.
Tonight, court documents tell a grim tale of child abuse in what has now grown into a murder case in Gloucester County.
Two parents, Brian and Shannon Gore, are behind bars, accused of keeping a young child caged and covered in her own waste. And that's not the half of it. Andy Fox walks us through the details that seem to grow more disturbing each day.
The court papers paint a horrifying scene. Detectives showed up at the Gore home and found Shannon Gore's 6 or 7-year-old daughter in a cage made out of the crib. Detectives say they found the child nude, laying in feces, which was also in her hair. She was suffering from bed sores and severe starvation. So hungry, detectives saw the child eating the flaky skin from her forehead. Shannon Gore says her child has Down syndrome and cerebral palsy, and according to the court papers, kept her in the cage to calm her. Court papers claim the child got one Pop-Tart in the morning and one in the evening. It is unsure if Brian Gore is the natural father, but investigators say Brian Gore admitted to building the makeshift top that turned the crib into a cage. He said the girl was in the cage since last summer and rarely came out. She would remain in the cage all day while Shannon worked. No one knew she existed because she was born at home and Shannon never went to a doctor. The child has no birth certificate. Disturbing also is this. When detectives found the girl, she could not walk because she was kept in the crib cage for so long. During the interview with Brian Gore, investigators got information of a child buried in the backyard, so they dug up the remains. They have been sent to the medical examiner. Brian and Shannon Gore are charged with felony child neglect, attempted capital murder, and first-degree murder for the child's remains found in the backyard.
That's Andy Fox reporting. The Gores are expected to be in court on Wednesday morning for their arraignment. They both declined our request for an interview.
FEMA teams toured tornado-damaged areas in Gloucester County today. Nearly 2 weeks after those storms hit, officials say that they're touched by the extent of the damage here. Crews have to determine whether Gloucester County qualifies for relief funds. Many factors go into receiving a federal disaster declaration, including the amount of damaged property that is already insured. Many have complained that tree removal is very costly and usually not covered by insurance. That could be the #1 expense for many of the tornado victims.
Now, in high definition from the station on your side, this is Super Dapper 10 Online.
It's going to be another beautiful day coming up for tomorrow. It'll be warm. Today was in the low 80s. It'll likely be into the mid 80s coming up for tomorrow, and lots of sunshine. Few clouds, especially in the afternoon, but basically a beautiful day. We've got some cooler air that's going to be arriving first thing in the morning on Wednesday, and we'll see a few showers with that, and those temperatures just going to continue to drop throughout most of the day on Wednesday. So again, big changes coming up on Wednesday, but for tomorrow, very pleasant. 70 at 9 o'clock in the morning. At the noon hour, at 78 degrees, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 85 degrees, gorgeous day, partly cloudy, and there's where we are by 6 o'clock in the evening. 83 degrees, and a south-southwesterly wind at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Now, we are looking at some rain on Wednesday. Not going to be a washout. It is going to be much cooler coming up on Wednesday. About 20-some degrees cooler, and then back on up into the upper 60s, low 70s after that.
Stay with WAVY News 10 for all your day's news.
Our next newscast is 5 a.m. We'll see you then.
Now, high definition from the station on your side. This is WAVY News Online.